Hello, hello, and welcome to my first of hopefully many monthly videos where I sort of just talk about the state of my channel and things that have happened with that, and also just in my life personally over the last month or so. Um, I was originally going to do this as like a in-person vlog type of thing on camera, but I don't quite feel up to that right now, just for reasons. So I'm gonna do it with this little PNG tuber at the moment. Um, and then I'm gonna edit in some photos and videos and stuff of some of the things I'm talking about in the meantime. So hopefully it will be okay. And then maybe next time I will do an in-person one because I want to do that. I couldn't be bothered to do that right now. And I wanted to get this done. So the first thing I want to talk about is, of course, my YouTube channel. Um, I started it. I mean, I guess technically I've had this YouTube channel for a while without really doing a lot, but um, I've always, for a very long time, wanted to do YouTube like as a hobby because I don't know, I enjoy the content so much that I consume, but I also enjoy the process of making videos quite a bit. And I'm also trying to get a little bit better about routine, and the overarching theme for March of this year has been just getting stuff done that I want to do and I want to get done. And this has been a big part of that. Um, So I set up a little schedule of filming and recording, like recording and editing and uploads. And I managed to hit all but one of my upload days for March. I did 2 videos a week, uploaded 2 videos a week. And the only day that I missed was the 31st. And that's because that was supposed to be this video, and I have not been feeling amazing, and so I did not get this recorded in the short amount of time I had at the end to do so. Um, so I'm doing this like a day or two later, hopefully, and you know, and I'm overall really happy that I was able to do all of that. I do think going forward into April and further on, now that I have done that, and looking back, I think I'm going to go down to 1 video a week. Um, Probably Tuesdays, maybe Wednesdays. Not exactly sure on what day of the week, but I think it will just be a lot easier on me mentally to do 1 video a week instead of two. Um, and then, I'll evaluate every month and see what feels good, what doesn't, what works, what doesn't. My only goal with this YouTube channel is to have fun making YouTube videos. I mean, obviously it would be nice to make something out of it, but that's not the goal. That's not why I'm doing this. I am just here to have fun. So I'm going to do what I can to keep it fun for me. So I'm going to do 1 video a week. I'm going to keep trying to do these monthly videos at the end of each month to go over stuff. And yeah, that's kind of my current plan at the moment. I feel like I should have had more to say about the YouTube channel, but I don't. That's okay. Um, I'm going to now talk about a couple of games that have come out in the last month. Two of my favorite games of recent memory. One of which, of course, is going to be Pokopia. If you know, you know. Um, I don't have a lot to show because I did not play Pokopia and record it. I played it in my personal time, and I don't think I'm going to do a playthrough of that, at least not for the time being. That game is very cute. It is Pokemon meets Animal Crossing a little bit, Minecraft, and Dragon Quest builders. Um, a decent bit, and it's just really cute, really cozy, really relaxing. Has a story that I think is interesting and a little emotional. Um, but it's just such a fun game. That's exactly the type of game that if I were in charge of making games for Pokemon, I would have made a game very similar to this about making. There's only Pokemon, there's no humans, and, making little villages for your Pokemon. Uh, I just love it so much. I have to at least mention it. um, it's super cute, and if you like Pokemon, if you like building games like Minecraft and stuff like that, I think it's up your alley. If you like cute creatures, but maybe you're not familiar with Pokemon, I think it would still be fun because the Pokemon are very cute and very well animated, and they all have unique personalities. Most of them have jobs that they can do, and there's not really like a Pokemon that's useless. They can all contribute and do things, which I think is cool. So yeah, that's a great game. I highly recommend it if you're into that style of game or if you're into Pokemon. And you've probably already seen a lot of other people rave about it, which is fair. But it is very good, very good. The second game is it's an early access game, so there's definitely some bugs and some lack of content and features at the moment, but I'm still just so excited for it, and I've already enjoyed it quite a bit that I want to talk about it. I actually did make a video about this one. Um, I'll insert some clips here, and it is called Legend of Kimori, or The Legend of Kimori, and it is about being a Mongolian horse courier, and it is essentially I was trying to think of how to explain the game. In games where you get a horse to ride and you travel between locations on your horse, that's pretty much the game. That's the main engine of it. You go from place to place on your horse and you take care of your horse. You can breed your horses to get different colors, stats, etc. Um, the actual like mechanics of controlling your horse, I think, are very well done and are enjoyable for somebody like me. Gives you control over it, and there's things like difficult terrain and stuff like that that make you pay more attention to your riding and your travel than in other games where you kind of just go. In this game, you actually kind of pay attention. And I think for an early access game, while it does have its issues and could use some more content, I think, I see so much promise in it from where it is already that I love it. I'm super happy already, and I can't wait to see where it goes in the future. As somebody that always loves a good horse game, has played a lot of pretty good ones and a ton of bad ones. I love getting to see a horse game that's just like made pretty well with a lot of heart behind it and giving people like me what they want out of this kind of a horse game. So if you like horse games, I would check it out. At least give it a look. Very cool. Uh so yeah, I have a couple of personal things to talk about unrelated to YouTube or games. Um two of which I plan on making videos about, or at least one of which I'm definitely working on a video about. One of the other I might. I guess I don't know that for sure. Um, but firstly, I finished my fursuit head and little paw gloves that I started quite some time ago, and I finished it this month. And I'm actually like pretty happy with it, which is, I struggle with enjoying things that I make and thinking that things that I make are good. And I don't know if that's perfectionism or something else, but I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Uh, I am making a video about this, and there will be more information about everything in that video whenever I get to finishing it. But this was something that was kind of a big goal for me for a long time. And I'm really just happy with it and proud of myself for sticking to it eventually, at least, and getting it done and actually being like, and ending up with something that I'm really happy with. You'll be seeing some pictures, maybe a little video here. Uh, so that was a big deal, and I'll talk more about that later. Next, I also started the process of getting my next tattoo. I want to wait to talk about it, like the design and stuff, until it's done. But I got appointments and the consult done already, and the first session will be in April. And then the second session will either be at the end of April or beginning of May. And then if there's a third session, it'll be probably in May. It's going to be on the top of my right hand. I've been wanting hand tattoos for a long time. I think they look sick. And I kind of have been struggling with the design and like what to even put there because it seems like an important place and also a very difficult place to design for. I don't know why, it just is. So I kind of just decided one day to make the appointment for the consult, then sort of just figure out the design somehow before then, which is maybe not the best way to do it, but it's kind of what I ended up doing. And it actually has turned out really cool. And my tattoo artist is taking my little draft that I did and has already talked about how we can take it to like a next level and make it way cooler than I even thought it would be originally. So I'm super hyped. I will show it off after it's completely done. I want to try to make a video about this, but it's also, I don't know how much I'll be able to do and everything as far as like taking pictures, recording, etc. of like as it's happening, but I might talk a bit more about that whole process. Um, but if not, I will at least be showing it off in the next monthly video because it's super cool and I can't wait. And then lastly, another just getting things done that I have always wanted done or wanted done for a very long time. Again, the theme of March was just getting this stuff done or started at least. Um, I'm in the process of stretching out my earlobe piercings. I've had them pierced for years. I don't know exactly how long. It's been a long time. But I've always loved the look of stretched ears, either with plugs or tunnels. And I kind of just decided earlier this month that I should just do it. And I I got, the equipment to do it, and it's something that if you do it safely, carefully, and slowly, you can do it yourself at home, typically without too much issue. And I'm being very careful. I'm going pretty slow, and I will adjust the rate at which I size up and stuff depending on how all that goes. I'm willing for it to take longer than I would like if it will mean that it's, safer and better for my ears and stuff. So I'm currently at a 16 gauge or 1.2 millimeter, which is usually the first size up you're going to want to go from normal ear piercing sizes. I think there's a couple you could start at your ear piercing, but I went from whatever it is that I had to 16 gauge or 1.2 millimeter. And then my goal size, it's a bit of a range because it just depends on how my ear handles it and how it starts to look because I want a very specific look. Um, but maximum is going to be probably 5/8 inch or 16 millimeters. So just over half an inch or 16 millimeters. Pretty big without being like giant. I think the really big ones do look really cool on people. I just don't think I want that for myself. But I do want them to be pretty noticeable. And from all the images and stuff that I've seen, um, around the half inch area or range, somewhere near there is probably where I'm going to want to end up. And I've already charted out if I do it at the rate that I think I'll be able to do it. Again, I will take more time if my ears are like not happy, but if I go at the rate I think I can, then I will get to that size in about a year and a half, which is a long time, but I think it would be worth it and something I can kind of do and enjoy about every month until then and have fun with it. And then there's also these first, 5 or so sizes are ones that if you decide you don't want to do it, you don't like it, whatever, if you stop, your hole will close up back to you can get it to close back up to around your original piercing size. There's a point of no return that's typically around 0 or double zero gauge. I don't remember what that is in millimeters. Uh, like 8 to 10 millimeters, I think, where it won't fully close back up that way. But I will know before then if I decide I don't actually want to do this. I think I'm going to want to, though, because I've always thought it looked super cool. I was just always like scared to do it. But I'm at a point now, especially this month, but I've been better about this just in the last couple of years too, of starting to do things and getting things done and everything that I want to get done, and not being scared or not worrying about it or not waiting for the perfect idea, because things, for me at least, kind of have a way of working out even if they're not super planned. And I have a lot of like anxiety and stuff that makes me want to plan everything possible. And I'm trying to not do that as much about everything, especially the like good things of like, I don't need to worry about having the most perfect idea of a tattoo. As long as I have some idea, I feel like then my artist can help me fill in all the blanks. And I'm actually happy with all of that. And just trying not to like worry about stuff as much and overthink and overplan and let go as much as I can with all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. So, anyway, I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully, hopefully this works out okay for now. I try to insert pictures and videos and stuff. Um, this might be a little bit awkward of a video, I guess. Like I said, I wanted to do it in person. I just didn't feel ready for whatever reason. I've not been feeling the best and all, so I want to wait until I'm like super hyped and stuff. So, but yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble about stuff that's happened in the last month. I like the idea of doing monthly videos. I think it'll help me stay a bit accountable for keeping up with my YouTube channel, which is usually a problem. And also just a fun way to talk about stuff that's going on in my life, at least on some level. I won't get too personal, probably, but it's fun to just talk about stuff. And so, yeah, thank you for watching, and I guess I will see you next time. Bye.